Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon 2018 with Mr. Jamieson Price. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Alrighty, I'm going to pass the mic to you. So how did you get started in the wonderful world of entertainment?
Well, way back in the 4th grade. I started acting then and kind of progressed from there. Finally, in college, I did decide on it as a career and did a lot of stage work and even outdoor drama, which I think we're going to talk about, before I moved out to LA, went to grad school, and worked my way into anime and video games.
And funny enough, you happen to have spent a lot of time here in Ohio doing various theater performances. How did that all happen?
Well, back in '85, just after I graduated from undergrad, moved out here and helped to start a theater company called Columbus Ensemble Theater. And we survived about 2 years. Theaters do sometimes. And then I ended up auditioning for Blue Jacket outdoor drama here in Ohio. And did that for 4 years, 2 years as Blue Jacket. And then based on that, I was hired to do Tecumseh in Tecumseh for 5 years, from 91 to 95. So 85 to 95, I spent my summers here. I wintered all over Florida, Chicago, but I always came back here for the summer.
Well, I really appreciate it as someone who grew up in the northern Ohio area to hear that the theater survived and you were able to be part of it. So one of the companies I truly love as a gaming fan is I love Blizzard Entertainment. You've had the opportunity to work on StarCraft, World of Warcraft, Diablo. What's it like when they just give you a buzz and be like, hey, man, we got a new role for you. Come on in for the booth. So what's it like when Blizzard gives you a ring?
It's always a pleasure. They're always fun to work with. I've worked with them for many years. They probably gave me the most challenging voice character when I was working on something else and they said, we got this other character we want to talk to you about. And it was a troll avatar of an eagle. So I'm like, okay, so it's troll, eagle. And they went, oh yeah, by the way, trolls have Jamaican accents. They do, okay. So I'm like, eagle and troll and like, feed me, brothers, came out like that. And they were like, yeah, okay. So it was one of the crazy things that they can do. But their artwork is just incredible. And it's so inspiring as a voice actor to look at that stuff and you just go, this is the voice for that character. And it just comes out. It's a pleasure.
Again, like I said, I'm a huge fan of Blizzard in general. I've played the original StarCraft all the way through all the expansions 2. I've played the original Warcraft all the way up to Warcraft 3, and I've played every single Diablo that's ever come out. I've read the books for all the different shows and games. I'm just a huge fan. So getting to talk to you right now is like my heart's like going. And again, another show I've truly loved you and your voice is being the Spiral King, and it's hit 10 years. What was it just like for you to play that role and just have an impact? Like your character is such a redemption arc that is truly the Darth Vader redemption arc. If you really think about it, he's brooding and he's dark and he does it all for the right reason that he thinks it's right. And then he has that ability to redeem himself. So what was it like for you to have that redemption arc and also just really carry your nice voice throughout the whole thing?
It was really interesting. I mean, that was a very meaty arc. There was a lot going on in there. When we're recording, we don't see the whole picture. We just kind of see what we have. Right. So there's a little bit of like, oh, that's happening that you see later on. And I was really impressed with the 10-year anniversary edition and that coming out and the impact it's had on the fans and how they felt about it. But Lord Genome was a lot of fun to play. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. He really, other than Yuri and Kyle having those moments, I think, and just your deepness of your voice carrying that character through just really resonated with me. And a lot of fans didn't know this, that you were actually part of the original 1980s adaptation of Akira, a film that had so much impact on the anime industry here in America, and it's now gone 30 years. Wow. And it was redubbed back in 2001, originally by Pioneer, now owned by now Funimation has the title. What was it like for you, though, back in the 80s to go, you can go see me in theaters doing this voice?
Again, it was pretty amazing. I had no idea how big it was and what it was when I was working on it. It was relatively early in my career. And then seeing that the iconic anime that it is, years later, I'm like, wow, I was working on something pretty important. Yeah. And then, it really has influenced so many projects after that.
his other work is Appleseed. So it's a really odd balance out of that person, but yeah, his other work is Appleseed. So if you ever seen anything from the Appleseed franchise as well, why do I not know these things? Thank you. That's another wonderful show I love. So you also worked on the visual pleasing Count of Monte Cristo and Gungunsu. Did you go and read the play/book that it was based off to gain more inspiration? Because seriously, like, you scare me and also make me love you at the same time with that character. Well, the artwork is beautiful, and you carry the Count so well. So what was it like for you to did you actually go off and read the actual book play in order to get more inspiration for him? I mean, I know it's a retelling, but did you read the original?
Well, I knew the book from college or even before, it being a classic that one usually reads. So I knew the story. There have been various movies, so I was very familiar with that. I loved the retelling of it and the way they just made it. It was true, but then they just twisted it in a beautiful way. And he was a very haunting character, and one that was very fun. Again, very fun to play because there's so many levels and so many things to play with in there. To be the father figure, and that maybe something weird is going on here, and then he's possessed and all. So it was really it was a lot of fun, and to have that much time with a character is so unusual. Just to really live with it and play with it and develop it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like the art style and then the music that went with it, and then of course you come off as this gentle, caring character, and then you really realize his backstory. I mean, I was just floored, and it was wonderful. So you also have a talent for being on screen in TVs and movies. Do you feel that your time doing both of those has actually helped you even more in the booth as time has gone on as an actor?
It's a very different kind of acting. I mean, I began on stage, which is again very different from voiceover acting and from film and TV. It all kind of feeds itself. I mean, acting at its core is telling a story and listening and communicating something to someone, whether it's the person you're talking to or you're trying to get out to the audience out in the ether somewhere. And how do you talk to them, through a camera? It's kind of interesting. But it all feeds itself back and forth. They all support each other, different styles of acting.
And that's kind of what we hear from a lot of our fellow voice actors that also do stage or then do commercial work or even behind the camera. They end up jumping behind the camera as well. So it all fits in. So we know that you have the internal word of NDA. What is there that fans can check out right now that you want them to check out, if possible?
I'm trying to think right now what has come out. Nothing really, that's come out right now. Coming out soon will be some interesting things, hopefully before the end of the year. And then next year, there should be a summer blockbuster that I do some voice work in that I'm really happy to have done, and I'm happy to hopefully see it come to fruition.
Alrighty, and one final question for you. Where can we follow you online? And what message would you love to give to the wonderful fans that have not been able to catch up with you at a convention, or just if they have been able to give you the support and love? What would you like to give to them?
Well, my thanks and appreciation thanks for listening and watching. You can find me on Facebook. I have a Facebook Jamieson Price public page where fans can kind of follow what I'm doing. I post what I can, but again, with the NDAs, there's so much that we can't talk about for years. When it comes out, even they're like, "Oh, there's only so much you can say." I'm on Twitter at Jamieson Price. So, and then I have a webpage, JamiesonKPrice.com, and you'll find there some. So I've just recently updated it, so there's some fun pictures, headshots, and some character pictures. I'm redoing my video reel, but I do have my my audio demos up on there, so that's kind of fun to listen to.
Alrighty, again, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a wonderful pleasure. Thank you so much.